The Goddess Who Turned to Stone, written by Amon. Anyone who has ever entered a dungeon has seen the statue of the winged goddess carrying her sword. Though she looks at peace, there is a hint of sorrow in her eyes as she looks upon adventurers. This statue has been made to commemorate the wonderful goddess Morrigan, who sacrificed herself to save us humans during the war. Long ago, the evil foamers constantly invaded the human world, killing countless innocent lives. Many lived in fear of an invasion, lost their lives, and some were even taken into slavery. Those who could not take the abuse attempted to fight back, but the foamers were too powerful and intelligent, and humans were no match for them. Things turned out during the Second War of Magturid Plains, as the humans defeated the foamers and chased them out of Erin. However, we must remember the sad tale of the goddess Morrigan during the first of these two wars. The goddess Morrigan is one of the three goddesses of Erin, who represents war and revenge. However, despite the fact that she is the goddess of war and revenge, she is not a violent or vicious goddess. As a matter of fact, she blesses and encourages the warriors that go out into battle. When the soldiers are wounded and defeated, she helps them seek revenge. She has such deep compassion for humans that every time we were threatened by the foamers, she protected us from their evil grip. But it's all happened during the first war of Magturid, when the war was almost over. It was the first war of humans, represented by the Turath Didans, faced the foamers. The cunning foamers used Turbolgs, another human clan, and put them on the forefront of the battle, making it difficult for the Tuatha De Danann to fight. Thankfully, Tuatha De Danann were able to defeat the spellbound Turbolgs, and under their mighty king and warrior, Nuda. However, during the last battle of victory close at hand, Nuda was seriously wounded on the arm by a Firbolg warrior named Srang. Nuda was immediately taken to the Wrath hideout. Wraths are fortresses that are made specifically for war against foamers. It has been inactive for many years after the war, and now they are known as dungeons. Although victory was clearly leaning towards the Tuatha De Danann, the refugees that were hiding out in the Wraths began to panic as they saw their great leader wounded. This is when things got worse. The foamers were waiting for the Tuatha De Danann's leader to retreat to Wrath. Through a secret passage of the foamers, they invaded the Wrath from inside and began attacking. In the middle of the fortress were our soldiers, and our leader were resting unguarded. The foamers appeared without warning. A passageway opened from the land of the foamers, and they continued pouring in, slaughtering all people inside. The fortress of the humans turned into a slaughterhouse as the Tuatha De Danann were at the brink of defeat. King Nuda tried to fight off the foamers with his wounded body, but it was no use. Morrigan. Just then, the black-winged goddess Morrigan appeared. The goddess was in her power to stop the foamers from coming through the Wrath. Many were able to escape while the goddess held off the foamers. However, the foamers did not back away. Even for the goddess of war, it was too much to single-handedly take the entire army of foamers. The goddess slowly began growing weaker. As a last resort, the goddess used her remaining strength to cast one last spell. She had to use her body as collateral to seal the passage of the foamers. The foamers were forever trapped inside the seal, and the goddess stuck inside forever. The few remaining ones in the Wrath were killed by human warriors. However, when people didn't realize, the magic the goddess used required tremendous sacrifice. The goddess herself had turned into stone. That's how much she wanted to protect us. After the war, as a commemoration of their victory, the humans set up a stone statue to goddesses all throughout Erin to remember her honor and sacrifice. These are the statues you see inside the dungeons. The goddess who lost her physical body in Erin ascended to the land of the gods, Tir Nanog. She is there, right now, watching down on us from there. Conclusion. And like that, goddess Morrigan allowed the human race to flourish in Erin and disappeared. Now she can only be seen in the statue in the dungeon. But one strange occurrence has been reported. People have said that if you place an item on the altar of the goddess, you will be transported to another place. Although the goddess turned into stone, people started to believe once again that she is still watching over us, even in Tir Nanog. And that's why people call her the protector of humans and warriors, and people revere her. The goddess is watching over us forever.